everyone, my name is Miranda and today I'm here to review season 1 of Gotham. I finally started watching this show and I am so glad I did because it's so much better than I thought it would be. I feel like because, you know, CW kind of has like, I don't know, it just seems like in everyone's mind they reign supreme on superhero TV shows that like Gotham just, I never really thought more of it than like occasionally watching it, you know. I watched the first episode like back in November and then just never went farther with it, but this past couple weeks I sat down, I binge watched that whole thing, and I can honestly say like it's like one of the first shows that I've genuinely like binge watched. Like I've watched like 4 or 5 episodes a day, and I normally don't, like I really don't have TV shows that I normally do that with, and I'm just so glad I did because honestly it's so much better than I thought it would be. Like I said, it does have its problems, I will be honest, specifically in its like treatment of female characters, LGBT characters, characters of color, basically just anyone who's a minority. Kind of you don't get like the best thing on this show. So that's something that I'm hoping can change as the seasons go on. I don't know, because there's 2 more seasons that y'all know about and I don't. So I'm hoping that changes, because yeah, right now it's like, whew, it's just tough unless you're a white straight man on that show. I really love the whole concept of taking these characters that we love and we know, well, love some of them, and making it so we're starting to see their origin stories. So specifically the ones Gotham focuses on are Commissioner Gordon, Bruce Wayne, Selina Kyle aka Catwoman, the Penguin, the Riddler a little in season 1, like I know he's coming. It's the hard part about watching this after there's already been 3 seasons that aired, is just through Tumblr and friends and stuff like that, a lot of it has been spoiled for me. Like I know pretty much who turns into who or what happens, like not everything, and it definitely was like there's still so many shocking moments that absolutely floored me in season 1, and so I'm sure there will be more. It's just that like overall I know most of it. Like I knew about Barbara's storyline, so that was kind of disheartening as the season went on, because I feel like Barbara was definitely like a character I'm looking forward to her new arc in season 2, because I think like the actress, man, she's good. Like she was really good in that last few scenes with Lee when she was just like acting like completely normal, but then there's something just like a little off. So I'm really excited for the actress because I think she's going to be really entertaining, but as a character I feel bad for Barbara because I feel like it was just so like not only rushed, but just like she was kind of given the short end of the stick, you know, because the whole like leading up to she's like, I can handle it, Jim, like you got to share half your life with me, I'm a tough girl, and then like this horrific thing happens to her and it absolutely ruins her. And I just feel like it's sad because I feel like it would have been really nice to show something great happening, like her turning herself around and actually being that strong woman in Gordon's life. And I do have to say though, like one thing that like weirds me out is like her name is Barbara, but then like in the comics Jim has a daughter named Barbara who's Batgirl. So like part of me thinks that maybe, just maybe, Barbara will redeem herself in some way and do something good, and then like James names his future kid after her, like in honor of her memory or something. So I don't know if maybe she'll make a sacrifice or something, but right now she ain't in a good place. So I think too the thing about this show that you have to realize is it's so dark. Like I know people have been complaining recently how dark shows have gotten, and this is one that definitely revels in its darkness. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily so much of the like broody angst as Arrow is, and I'm glad I'm not watching the show at the same time I was watching Arrow because I could not handle 2 dark shows like this. This just has this like sense of like hopelessness prevailing it, and especially I think that's like the tone of Gotham. Is I think it's very hard for me like to root for Gotham, you know, because it's the whole thing of Gotham needs to be protected, the people of Gotham need to be protected, but really like as a majority we're just seeing the bad side of Gotham. So for me I'm kind of like, what's the good thing? Like what are we trying to protect here, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see if that's going to be more explored in season 2, because Gotham is just a very dark, depressing, sad, it seems like, you know, you just kind of, you get what you get in life, and I think that's what I kind of like about what we've been seeing with these characters so far, particularly Bruce and Selina were the 2 that I focused on, in that you kind of see through this how their upbringings and their life have affected and shaped who they are. Like it's just funny that to me it's like only in this condition could Bruce Wayne eventually become Batman. Only in this condition could Selina become Catwoman, because it's like if you took someone else, like say if you took Clark Kent, put him in Gotham, it would be a totally different outcome. Well, he's an alien, so that's also not a good idea, but like say it's Oliver Queen, and I just feel it's interesting that these stories feel unique to these characters, and I really, really like that. It doesn't feel like another character could just step in and have the same thing happen. It seems like Gotham is a place of chance and fate, and kind of it makes you who you are based on what it's done to you. And I have to say, the Penguin, I know so many people love him. I find him a giant creep. Like, no offense to the actor who plays him. He does a phenomenal job, but just like he seems so Weasley. They should call him the Weasel, because he's just like constantly, whenever he would get caught, he was just like, oh, I'll spy for you, I'll be on your side, like I'll do anything, blah, blah, blah. Like constantly just trying to save his own neck, but like getting caught so many times. So like, I'm really hoping season 2 can make me believe that he's the king of Gotham, because at the end I'm just like, you just weaseled your way up, you didn't do any hard work. Like, I like Mooney so much better. I'm so sad that she had to get killed off, because I feel like she's such a strong female character, and she's kind of playing this game with all the boys and outsmarting them, and she really, when you compare like her moves to Penguin, like yes, Penguin won, but like she's the more experienced and the more strategic of the two. I think who deserves it to rule Gotham and be in control, definitely her. I mean, she escaped the doll maker. She survived being like attempted to kill her like 5 times. So I just think it aggravated me, because I know that Penguin obviously had to win because of the comics, but Mooney I feel like was the more interesting of the two for me. Penguin, I was just like, you're annoying, you're a weasel, like you're gonna turn on any and everything. I just like want to see him get what's coming to him, you know, but like in the back of my mind I'm like, oh wait, it can't, because like he's Penguin, so he's not gonna die or anything, you know. Like there have been few cases that surprised me. When Sal Maroni, when he died, I did not see that coming, because I thought he's the one that throws the acid on Harvey and turns him into Two-Face, basically, you know, in the comics. So I think. So I thought, like, he was gonna make it. So then when Fish killed him, I was like, oh, crap. So that's what I really like about Gotham, is that it's dark, but it has these shocking moments that feel somewhat shocking, but also, like, not, like, it walks the line between, like, oh, we're just trying to shock you, and, oh my gosh, we can show this on TV. Like, I like that it's kind of stuff like that, where it feels more realistic. It feels like, yeah, someone would beat someone up if they said that. It's not like, oh, the hero just suddenly makes it out alive and it's all grand and well. So I really appreciate that, and I love kind of the inner workings, how we're getting both the villain side and the hero side, because we have Bruce and we have Jim. And Bruce, I have to say, I really love him. I think the actor who plays him is so good with his mannerisms and how he just talks like he's a 30-year-old man already in a 12-year-old body. And that's the first scene when you see his parents killed. Oh my gosh, absolutely heart-wrenching. And I love that they put Selina in it, because it kind of connects them forever in this way. I mean, they didn't really talk about it. They know she was there, but they haven't talked about it. And I just think it's interesting that now, forever throughout the series, these two are going to be tied, and in this Batman universe, these two are going to be tied because of that. Because Bruce beats himself up a lot about not doing anything, so I want to know, like, if he would be mad at Selina for just staying there, but then Selina is kind of the rational one and being like, dude, we're 12, what could we have done against a mugger with a gun that killed 2 adults? Like, so I think that's going to be interesting to see how that relationship develops. It's definitely my favorite on the series. I think, like, watching this show made me realize, because I've never been the biggest fan of Batman, I was like, I think I love Bruce Wayne. Like, not Batman, but Bruce Wayne I'm okay with. So I think overall it's just really, really good, and I'm really, really excited to see where season 2 is going to go, now that this whole gang war has kind of been, like, hit the restart, and that Penguin is the only viable one left. I think it's going to be interesting, because a lot of it, they were talking about how if Don Maroney and Carmen Falcone go to war, and if something happens, like Falcone dies, Maroney dies, how it will kind of be chaos. I think that's going to be interesting, because I think that wasn't really touched upon, and I think that could kind of be Penguin's comeuppance, I guess you could say, like him thinking, oh, it's so easy to just take over, blah, 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 and then really he has to deal with all these other people who kind of are going to try and challenge him for that. I'm also interested to see Commissioner Loeb get it. Just like get fired, get moved, I don't care. I just like hate all these corrupt officials, and I want to punch them in their stupid faces. So thank you, Jim, for every time you do. And I'm just super, super excited. I was so super impressed with season 1. I'm really, really excited for season 2. I just think season 1 moved at such a fast pace. It was cool because I feel like, unlike you know, the CW shows, I like how it wasn't always like villain of the week, you know? Like, yeah, we had our villains and we had our cases, but it was definitely less comic booky and more noir, how do you say that? It was like more dark and, you know, like kind of not like Flash, where I love the villains, but one's like a freaking shark that can talk. It was more like real people. I'm really, really excited to see what season 2 is going to be like, and season 3. I am just super, super glad that I decided to binge watch this. So if you have watched Gotham season 1, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Well, if you watch any season, actually, it's just only season 1. Will I be able to tell you anything? If you tell me something for the other seasons, I'll be like, what? So thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel down below to be told to make all sorts of new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!